See, you don't know what we have. You think you know what we have. You don't know what we have.
No, I'm serious about that. I mean, that hurt my feeling when he told me that. Now, I asked him to come down here now and say something on the mic that was in his behalf. He got enough nerve to come down and tell me that he don't want to talk with that jive. See, as long as you keep talking with that same stuff, you're going to always be down.
This is Christmas Eve, then. Right. Yeah, this is the day that Christ is supposed to be born. They say that every man is created equal.
So what happened when they took you out of the police station?
Well, man, policemen out there with this sign on their car, what that do? We serve and protect. That's right, Jack. They serve us with them 38s and them shotguns and shit and protect the white folks. That's what they do.
This is Christmas Eve tonight, we have to misuse. I has been told that I shouldn't be on the street this time of night, that I should be at home, and I'm a man of 27 years old, and I know I got a qualification to be out on the street at this time of night. Now, I've been to jail myself quite a few times. You know, I've been in jail ever since I was 14 years old. I mean, in and out, in and out. Every time I get out, I go back in. When I get out, I go back in. I know what the police is going to do to you. Look at, I got my teeth knocked out over here with a big old ball of handcuffs. That's not going to happen to me no more. Never. Never.
If you're arrested today in the near north neighborhood in a car that's 2 years old or older for failure to make a left turn signal, you know darn well that every person in that car is going to be yanked out of the car by the police officers. I understand that there's a police directive that in giving a ticket, the police officer is to approach the automobile, and there is to be no request made to get out of the automobile. This directive is completely bypassed in the areas that they want to rule by fear.
When you come out, you gotta come out with your hands out. Your hands out.
I was coming down Jackson Boulevard one evening, and the police put the light on, so I pulled over to the side. And I got out of the car, when they got out of the car, you know, and they came to me and they asked me for my driver's license. So I showed it to them, you know. And then they told me that I didn't have no tail light on the left side of the car. And so I said, so? You know, and so they said, well, you know, we got to give you a ticket, you know. And I didn't want that, you know. And so, before I know anything, they had turned me around on the car and started pushing all of my pockets and patting me down and everything, like I was a criminal or something, you know. And then this time I turned back around and told them he didn't have to do that, you know. If they're going to arrest me, take me on down to the station. And then this time, he sprayed some little jab in my face, you know.
Wait a minute, at this time was you resisting arrest or anything?
No, I wasn't resisting no arrest. And he sprayed something in my face. The little old stuff they spray in your face.
Mace?
Mace. And then it got next to me, you know, so I was turning around to try to get my breath, you know, because that stuff is rough. And by this time, I made for the gangway, you know, try to get some air, you know, because this time a whole lot of people had gathered around. I was trying to get some air, and I couldn't get no air. Then they started shooting up in there with shotguns and everything, you know. And then by this time they had called some, you know, this time a whole lot of police came around and had me standing up, and a little white rookie cop came out and hit me. And when he hit me, I didn't have no other choice but to hit him back. And when I hit him back, this time 5 or 6 more was on me with rifles, hit me all in the head.
What were you doing when this rookie cop hit you?
I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't doing anything.
In other words, he can't hit you for nothing then.
Because he hit me for nothing. He called me, he said, you little black motherfucker, you, and then hit me. By this time, I didn't have no other choice but to hit him back. When I hit him back, another white cop hit me behind the head with a shotgun. I fell. Then they was all over me. They handcuffed me behind the back. They took me on down to the station, and I talked to the man, you know. I said, why you want to do that? Then he gave me a whole lot of static down there. And then behind that, when I went to court, the judge told me that I didn't have no respect for the police and gave me 60 days in the county jail.
The more you are, the less you get out of them. In other words, the less respect you get out of them. Any courtroom you go in, Any judge, colored, white, pink, purple, or any color he is, less respect you get out of him. If you're poor, you ain't gonna get nothing. That's the reason I don't believe in that law. That law ain't nothing. That law ain't nothing. That law is for people with money. If you haven't got no money, you don't have no law.
I don't have too much faith in the legal system at all. Legally, they have to lower the bonds, but I don't think they're going to lower them enough as to where they just can't put up that bread, you know. And one particular mother I talked to last night, I told her that the total bond was $13,000, and she started crying on the phone, you know, because she, it was impossible for her to raise any of that $13,000, because she got about 4 or 5 kids.
Some cop might have gone into court there and said Black Panthers, and that's the first he heard of it. He got panicked, you know what I mean? So he said, better set a high bond. Or on the other hand, the whole thing might be clear to everybody, and they might be starting into their program already. I kind of don't think they're that much together about it. That's hard to tell. There ain't no point to speculate about it, really.
Well, you know, this goes like this here. If you're white, you're right. If you're black, stay back.
We say old song, Negroes name held in vain, poor white remains like caboose and train. You know, cats say, hey, yeah, right, I dig it, you know? And you say, like, all right, is it black cats who are, like, you know, stopping you and making you pay them off so on your way home from working in that crummy factory before you go to that bar where you cut each other up? Yeah. No, man, it's like the man is making you tight. The man is turning you in on your wife. The man is turning you on your buddy on the line.
And they're starting to dig it, but they always relate it to the black man. And they got the racist thing about them, man. They don't dig the black man.
Yeah.
And you got to get them over this, man. And they can get over the hill when they fight with the black man for a common cause. That's out of sight. That's beautiful.
If we can get you together and me, we get all three of us get together, we ain't gonna have nothing going on. If we can't get our heads together, I say, well, maybe I'm the one part about a building, you know another, and you know another. And when we get together, if all three of us don't go together, we can't build it.
It's a class fight anymore. It's not anymore really a race fight, but they don't realize it yet that it's a class fight. Some of them do.
That could be the way it would be. Right now, I think the color is a factor. There are...
Indians say, you know, from the time white men showed up here, and we've had meetings with them and discussed things, that they've always taken things from us, and it's, you know, and things aren't going to change now, which they really haven't, and it's just continued on this way.
They want a Gold Coast back here. It's even here's a picture on the wall, Uptown out to regain its glory. And you can't do this with pig farmers and Indians off the reservation. You got to get rid of them. Because a high-rise that they build here, you know, even like the 221 D3s, that one high-rise will, you know, $9,600 for taxes on one high-rise that replaces a couple of buildings. That's more taxes than a whole city block. And that's why, you know, poor people are uprooted.
You should, you know, talk to the young patriots. They're just young street guys who are doing things. And
what do we want to do? We want to stop getting hassled. We want to have our office. We want to do our thing without, you know, getting hassled by the cops. We want to get all together.
I sat in jail for 2 years, man.
And what is he telling me we got to get them?
I did a lot of thinking, man. And the thinking is that there's a rich man, man, and a rich man all the time got to have a dog to kick, you know?
That's right.
And that's us, brother. That's us.
We're the dog.
We're the doggies kicking, man.
Like my mother, she pays $30 rent for 2 rooms. She pays $20 on groceries, and she's got $10 left to get back and forth to work, and that ain't shit.
Okay, I want to fight, man, but I don't think that you can deal with the man on his terms.
There's some times when you've got to go in, you know, you can say nonviolent, and then up to a certain extent, you know, you have to use violence.
You got to use your wits, man. Everybody got wits.
Right.
Everybody got some smarts. You gotta...
See, one of the things that's good about the Young Patriots is there's different kind of people in it other than Southern. You know, we've got Spanish, Indian, Italian, and blacks in it.
Roberta.
Right.
Roberta's the cool head. Where does he come from?
Cuba.
We even got a Cuban guy. Can't understand English, but you know he can talk anyway. You know.
See, and they're all interested in the problems they got here. You know, and they want to change them.
What we have to do now is pull ourselves together into a functioning group of people who can go out and rebel against them.
I'll tell you what, man. Get about 20 of us one night. We'll jump one cop, man. We'll tear them apart with our hands, man. And we'll put the fear of God in the rest of the sun.
Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better.
If anybody fuck with my kids, I do the same thing them kids. I give me a gun and put it on them. Boom. Like that, man. You think I'm bullshitting?
The men died too, man.
I'm hip, man. I get
Them
stuff back when
cats
they feel the same way we do, man. Somebody's dying, man. I don't give a shit what's for me. That's right, man.
Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better.
It's the bourgeois motherfuckers keep us apart, man.
The one that's got the green shit.
Bourgeois motherfuckers.
Remember the same cats that are sending people over to Nam? What they do? To die, but they're also sending people over to kill other people, man. Nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to kill each other. They got no say in what the fuck's going on any more than we got any say in, see? I'm saying the cats are making bread in that fucking war, see? Yeah, that's all. Okay, we send our fucking troops to Nam because the cats are making the fucking arms in the government, man. The cats that are selling the bullshit, whatever they're selling it, you know, textiles, man. The cats that are building army bases are making bread, and they're tight with the cats in the government. And they're saying to the government, man, listen, man, to protect our investment, we got to keep the fucking South Vietnamese regime going, see? So it means they send over American cats to die over there so they can make their fucking money. United States of America, that little group, does not agree with the other group.
It ain't agreement, man.
It ain't agreement. No, it ain't, man. Now, like they want to pull
motherfuckers, man. I think they're gas, man. I dig the fuck out of Kong, man.
Now, like they
I think those motherfuckers got all kinds of balls.
Now, they want to pull our troops out of Vietnam.
They don't want to.
They
do. No, they don't.
I heard it on the radio. They said before they would talk.
Man, I heard a lot of bullshit in the radio. Radio's bullshit, man. It's bullshit.
Do you think we should pull our troops out of Vietnam?
Fuck yes.
All right. Now, say if we pull our troops out, they have got time to build their defenses against our country. And when we go back...
What makes you think the motherfuckers want our country, man? If I don't want their motherfucking country... Don't make me...
They want to take it.
Who's they?
The government.
What government?
The little group.
What
the American government and the Vietnam government wants to take it. They want power to take over our country. That's why they're fighting in the first place, to see who gets more land.
I don't think it's a land thing, man. I think it's a money thing. Fuck the rest of that shit.
You buy real, true, honest friends with money that...
If you got money, you can buy fucking shit if you want it, man. I'm here.
Money is something, man.
Like Jim says, man, you with money you can buy a cop and them to beat on your ass, kill you, man. They're gonna get away with it.
Yeah, but see, money is something, but can you dish out money and... Like, if none of us bought us, can you buy us to be your real friends to protect you?
If I can't buy you, I can buy people to kill you. So you can say, fuck you. See, if I don't want to deal with you, I can wipe you out, man. If he can't buy you, he can buy people just like you.
If I had a gun, I can wipe people out too, man. All you have to do is carry a gun.
Your gun is small. Because your gun ain't organized like the pigs are. Your gun ain't organized like the army is, man.
And the fucking pigs are shit, the fucking army shit, man. We gotta get our power going so we can fight for what we want against the people who do not believe about what we want. That's what the fuck it's for.
I think the pigs don't believe in what you want.
The fucking pigs, that is not an organization to protect people. That's a fucking racket to make money.
Okay. What's everything else in the fucking world, man? What's this war for? The war's the same thing, a racket to make money.
A lot of cats are defecting. A lot of cats are saying, well, I'd rather get high than fight your war.
you see. And they say, well, take me to the stockade. I want to go to jail. I don't want to get killed. See, like a black cat, like the Panthers now, getting the whole thing about, you know, Huey sitting in that chair with the sword. He's not on an ego trip. What he's saying is doing something so little black kids can say, right, when I grow up, I'm going to be a Panther, see? And see, white cats ain't had nothing to look forward to. They got no alternative. They know it gives us dignity, and we're going to fight too.
People's fighting us, we can put up a fight ourselves. But I believe that we should really have united power. We shouldn't fight each other, and that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get people to come in, like I'm going with you tonight and talk to these people. I want them to come into our circle. Like he said, there shouldn't be little circles. It should be all one big circle of people fighting for the same thing.
Or not only come into our circle, we should go into their circle as well, you know.
We should all join together.
When we say come into our circle, then it makes it a clique again.
As a direct result of that letter, there has been a change, and we did get some publicity, and I gave Bill an article that was written in the Tribune, which if you want, you can read. Okay. It gives us direct credit for this change.
I don't know you people don't know me. I'm from the Young Patriots on the north side. You people here are middle class whites.
Oh, God, we've gone through this too many times. I'm tired of it, man. Just tell us what you don't like. Will you? Really?
Now, y'all think that cops are supposed to protect you and all this good shit. But we want to get all these people together so we can fight together. Y'all can join us. If not, y'all can fight it. We want proper housing for the poor people. We want proper jobs for the people that has no education to get jobs. The right payment. We want decent housing so people can live. People that's got 9 children, their father can't work. That's what we want. That's what I'm here to talk to you about tonight.
Yeah, but John, you see, we have 2 candidates who come here. One man is waiting here a long time to get to speak. You know,
So I've been waiting all my life to tell you.
Yes, but I know.
I would like to amend the motion to ask Johnny to come back at a future meeting and to discuss this matter thoroughly as a regular point of the agenda.
Well, this little light of mine, and I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everybody sing, come on. What we gotta do is let it shine and know them as neighborhood fire, wherever we might be. Hey, that's the whole subject and thought of the night. Protect your neighborhood, protect your people. Show them you're together and stand up for what's yours.
All over the neighborhood, Joe.
All right, let's go one more time.
Yeah, y'all losing me, man.
Hit it. We shall not be moved like the tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. We've got to keep working on those people, because they're going to keep messing over as long as you just sit around and let them. I know that, many people don't like this kind of talk. Maybe they just like to sit around and have a lot of fun. But you're going to have a lot of fun after you're moved out and have to go back to the hill country or down on the plains of Missouri, where you're kicked out into another slum, and then you don't have no people with you. I know how it was when I first come to Uptown. All was living here was a lot of high-class folks. They called me hillbilly. Man, that's a proud name to wear anymore. If you don't get organized more and more, if we don't get this coalition going, if we don't get the voice of people, and the young patriots build up more and more, we're not going to be able to do anything, I remember. Everywhere I go, I'm going to let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm going to let it shine. Say, everywhere I go, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Say, dog at the ball, the dog at the ball. Dog's chewing the ball. He got it.
He said that for me to come back and y'all would want to ask me questions, so I brought some of my brothers along with me tonight because they know a little bit more about Uptown than I do. They lived that longer than I have. And this is Brother Bug. You'll run it down to you all together.
Okay, my name is Drew Bug. I'm in the Young Patriots. I've been in Uptown about 10 years. And, Uptown is like a southern ghetto. A lot of people who's migrated from the south to the north with better jobs and stuff like that. We had a school set up to teach neighborhood people how to, not how, but how the system works in the United States. things from taxes, things to how Mayor Daley goes on about his stuff, about Vietnam, Vietnamese people, and about why we're in such a trap. Because it is a trap. My old lady's on welfare, and the guys that I'm here with, most of them was on welfare too. And like it's not a sob story, we're just trying to, survive through the thing like everybody else is that's in the ghetto. I know this is a story that y'all heard from, that you've heard before from people who's fighting in the black ghettos, like the Black Panthers. A group that I will respect for their name and what they're trying to do. And because partly I understand it and I feel it. Everybody, these guys, young guys, including myself, got together and organized a march over the local police station who was protesting against this one cop who happens to be one of the most decorated cops in Chicago and also one of the biggest killers. Okay, what happened is this cop jumps up and says, "Look, son of a bitch and hillbilly, since I see you out on that street again tonight, so I'm gonna blow your head off." We wasn't smart enough, we didn't know that we was gonna be attacked by the cops right away, but we were. Like everybody broke up, everybody went home, everybody went to the local hangouts, and that's when it happened, when they called us 2 or 3 at a time. We got our heads beat in, cats got shot at, got run out of the neighborhood and everything else.
Like this button here. It's got all colors. It's red, yellow, black, brown, whatever. If there was a coalition in Uptown of different organizations getting together.
I'd like to introduce Bob Lee, section leader for the Black Panthers.
Well, I don't have to tell my story. These brothers have already did it. We're all niggas, it seems like.
Do you have any proposed plan to remedy all of these wrongs that are in existence now? Do you have some specific project that you can come to us and we can support? Or how can we help you to accomplish as a community? How can we help you to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish?
Help us in ways that we needed most of this money for getting a place open, which we've been at different places trying to do and can't do it. And in ways of, if you got any doctors or lawyers or money in the group, to help us out. And in return, what can we do for you, man? What can we do for you?
These other cats is a nightmare, man. And we all should be right now trying to help these cats how to get their thing together. Where they can go in the community and also get the people in the community together, man, and see if they want it.
I would like to know the Panthers' feeling towards Jews. Are they going to start this?
Well,
I mean, that's what we know
yes,
the New York Times.
The only way I can answer that, as far as in some communities, the Jew is a symbol of exploitation. And in some communities, the Italian is, the Polish cat is, the Japanese is, and some communities, the black cat is a symbol. So the people are oppressed, this happens to be the cat, they want all things. That's all I can say. That's all I honestly can say.
I think you're missing a very important point. What's that? That is, the people here are barely strong enough to help themselves.
Oh, really?
And you have to organize your own people.
Look what bag you live in.
What?
What bag you live in? How much you pay rent?
That's beside the point. That's the point. Don't attack me. I listen to you, now you listen to me.
Okay, what point is it?
That's not the point.
Different. What's the difference? I'll tell you the difference, man. When you live in a pad where you got roaches and rats, you just think about getting to the next meal.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, what are you talking about?
Get your grown-ups, get your parents to go around knocking on doors. You don't want charity, that's what you're getting now, and it's no good.
We're getting charity?
Any ABC, none of that's any good. You want to get out of it, right?
What they're trying to say is that their problems are your problems too, lady.
Would you guys consider organizing along Black Panther line?
Well, hell yes, man.
You talk about no exploitation from whites, blacks, or anybody. But I'm going to ask you straight out,
what other than capitalism, what we have here, you're going to have, you can say, well, okay, you know, that's a fair profit, that's fine. Where do you draw the line?
Panthers of the vanguard, man. We're talking about tearing the shit down from the bottom, starting from the bottom, going up. A non-capitalistic state. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about revolution. You know, people get hung on like panthers of self-defense. You know, that's hard war. We're talking about war, guerrilla war, urban guerrilla war. It's gonna be tried. And we're not talking about trying to, you know, we've been trying all these things you've been talking about, man. You know, no good. For these brothers' sake, it's no good.
Helping these guys is all very nice, but it's also a lot of liberal bullshit. You've just played the great liberal game of being very interested in what's going on someplace else.
I am tired, man, of every time people saying to me, we are nothing but goddamn white middle class son of a bitches, no good for the... Wait a minute, we are ready to do action now, if there is action now. A lot of you guys have got a lot of talk and knocking us, fine. And I tell you, we got a lot to learn. But if there's anybody who feels that in any way that they have been pushed by police, we will do what we can, action now, by going to see Brash personally, if necessary to arrange a march, if necessary to put it in Royko's column. Now what else can you do aside from shoot the cop? Now if you've got a program or an answer other than criticism, tell us.